Hey guys, it's Alyssa here at Stretchly, and I am gonna go over some ideas for homework if you're a member with us. A lot of times we're gonna give you some ideas at the end of your session, and then you might get home and try to think, what did I just learn today? So that's the intent for this video. If you're new with us, Stretchly does assisted stretching in Savage, Minnesota. We like to partner with people to help them with their movement improvement. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna work through some spinal work, and I'm gonna start by laying on the foam roller. I'm gonna show you hips and your spine all the way to your head is gonna lay back on this foam roller to be supported. First thing you're gonna do is just kind of adjust a little bit so you feel like you can relax all your muscles. You should feel a little bit of a stretch and an opening across the chest just by bringing your arms down to your side. And all we're gonna do here is try to relax everything by taking a couple of deep inhales and exhales. Low back should be relaxed, neck should be relaxed, everything should be as relaxed as we can. You have your legs for stability so that you're not slipping off of this foam roller at all. All right, what we're gonna do is bring our arms near our sides and get into like a Frankenstein type movement here. Bring the arms all the way up overhead as far as your shoulders will allow. And then you're gonna bend at the elbows to make like a cactus goalpost kind of position and continue to draw the arms down near your side. You should feel a stretch and an opening around your shoulders, across your chest, and also a massage behind your shoulder blades in your upper back. If there's any spots that you kind of feel a knot or something, you can kind of just relax there and take a deep breath in and out. Otherwise, we'll keep circling through our Frankenstein. Cactus. And actually what we're gonna do now is just reverse. So we're gonna pull the arms up into that cactus, up by the ears, flip at the wrists, and draw the arms down to our side. Flip. All right, now that we got those shoulders kind of warmed up, we're gonna just go into a snow angel. Now, all of these stretches are really great for your upper back and upper body, for your posture. If you work at a desk or if you're hunched over people like I am in my job, it's just great to just hang in this position and let the upper chest just open up. But we're gonna add a little bit of a stretch by rotating our shoulders. Just making the top of a snow angel. My shoulders are crunching a little bit, kind of getting a massage and getting different muscles to move across that foam roller for a nice, gentle massage with some stretching, active stretching. And you're just pulling your arms up as high as they go, trying to keep your shoulders close to your ears and pulling the hands back as close to your body as feels comfortable in the shoulder. And continuing to breathe deep inhales and relaxing exhales with this movement. All right, my shoulders are feeling pretty good. Next thing I'm gonna do is just move my legs out a little wider in my base, and I'm just gonna really gently rotate my hips and roll into the muscles on the outside of my spine. Side to side. I'm staying on the foam roller here, but if you were to slip off, it's not too far of a fall. Luckily, these foam rollers aren't too tall. But we're just kind of massaging into these back muscles. Neck should be neutral and relaxed, kind of nodding like a no movement while you slide across the roller here. Now I'm bringing my arms up for balance. It also feels really good in my upper back to kind of add a little bend and a pull. It's also helping me stay balanced as I'm moving a lot of my weight across the foam roller. You can kind of experiment with bringing your arms up bringing your arms up higher and what you feel on the roller in your back. Got a nice little pop in my back just doing these really gentle massage rollings. Awesome. We're gonna rotate now. My back feels pretty nice and loose. We're gonna rotate the roller this way. When I lay back, I want that roller to find me right below the base of my shoulder blades. Gonna kind of just relax here. Bring my hands behind my head. And I'm gonna start with just a deep inhale. And on my exhale, I'm gonna let my upper back just relax open. Now I'm supporting my head so my neck is very neutral. And I'm just feeling a nice stretch behind my shoulder blades and across my chest. If this is too intense in your shoulders, bring those elbows closer. And just move with your breath. I'm using my core to kind of pull back up. And relaxing back down on my exhale. This is a pretty gentle stretch. It feels really nice, just lengthening my spine. I'm not pushing my head back into the foam roller. I'm just trying to warm up my spine and allow it to stretch where it feels comfortable while I'm taking deep inhales and exhales. Feels really nice to just kind of relax and let gravity pull here on my upper body. I'm gonna take a deep breath here and deep exhale. All right, I'm gonna tuck up one more time. Feel free to do as many of those movements as feels nice, but I'm just gonna roll into my back here. Basically going to the base of my shoulder blade where we started with the foam roller, and then rolling all the way into my upper shoulders, kind of into my traps. You can add a little twist in here, kind of try to get into that area between your neck and your shoulder. Feels really good. And other side. You can kind of drop that other arm down. I'll show you on this side, just dropping that arm down to allow me to get into those upper traps between the neck and my shoulder. I'm gonna come back here and do a few more of these gentle rolls. You can play around with where you have your elbows here. It's gonna move the muscles in your upper back and you're gonna feel a little bit of different area where you might carry tension. I really like keeping my elbows closer and bending up for a nice stretch and massage in the back of my shoulders. The next thing we can do is just add a little bit of gravity. Now my bottom is up versus before where my bottom was on the ground. Now I'm gonna let my upper body just stretch and pull really gently. Letting a little bit more pressure pull on my back. Sometimes my back will just get a nice little movement or adjustment, kind of a gentle pop will happen. I'm continuing to be relaxed, supporting my head and neck as I roll. All right, I'm gonna come back to seated and sit up. Now I'm gonna roll into my lower back. This is a place where I carry quite a bit of tension. The easiest way for me to get into this is just to lay back. I already set that foam roller under my knees. I'm gonna pop my hips up, pull that roller just right under my low back. So my bottom is kind of off the roller and my back is just comfortably relaxing. My low back is just relaxing on that foam roller. I do want to mention that we do use soft foam rollers here. This is kind of a more mild foam roller option. Obviously, the firmer it is, the more aggressive you're going to be having your body weight into the roller. I prefer soft foam rollers for doing all these movements. Just feels nice if I did hit any back of my ribs or any of my joints. The softer foam roller is just a lot more forgiving. Now what we're gonna do is just do a deep inhale and exhale, just letting everything relax. And I'm gonna draw my right knee in towards my chest. And I'm gonna lengthen my left leg out. There's a really gentle hip stretch that's happening right now, but also a little bit of a massaging feeling in my low back just with how my back is being supported by this roller. If it's too much of a stretch to hold in front of the knee, you can also hold behind the knee. But we're kind of just gently pulling it in towards the body just to where you feel a nice, relaxing stretch, and it actually feels like it's taking a lot of pressure that exists in my low back off by just supporting my leg like this. I'm gonna do another deep inhale and exhale, just really trying to help my low back relax the best I can. That's hard for me some days. And now I'm gonna gently add a twist by grabbing my knee, keeping this other arm like an anchor into the ground so my shoulders are both staying flat. And I'm just gonna allow my low back to really slowly open. Now, more of my weight is going on my left side of my low back, so it's like a massage feeling. Sometimes I get little, almost like tension or knots, and I just hang there in a spot that feels kind of productive. And take a deep breath in and exhale out. And then let my back just keep twisting open. You don't have to twist to a really deep stretch to do some just productive work here. Really what's happening is I'm massaging my lower back in an area that's kind of tricky to get to on my own. And I'm letting that foam roller just do the work by letting my weight rest into my low back. All right, I'm gonna come back slowly. Again, just massaging that left side of my low back, which feels really nice. You can do a couple of these, add a little bit more speed now that you know how much range of motion you can find. And I'm just gently massaging that tissue on the soft part of my low back. I'm gonna do one more pull of my knee in just because it feels so good that my hips have freed up a little bit. Now I'm just gonna switch sides. So I'm lengthening my right leg, pulling my left knee in towards my chest. Again, if this is too much of a stretch, grab behind the leg, just pull that in and take that pressure off that low back just by holding our knee in towards our chest. Inhale and exhale. All right, I'm gonna gently, again, sending my arm out for a good base. My shoulders are both staying flat on the ground. I'm just really slowly letting my low back twist. Feeling the pressure of that foam roller now into my right low back. And just using my breath to let gravity kind of pull my hip. And again, just massaging. Now this side for me is tighter than the other. My shoulder wants to creep up. So I'm gonna take a couple breaths right here and really try to keep my shoulder flat on the ground. Let my hip relax and just enjoy the stretch I'm feeling right in my hip and my low back. Ooh, that feels great. Slowly gonna come out of that one. And now I'm gonna add, just like I did the other side, a little bit more momentum, just letting my low back, it already found that space, so it's a little easier to move through this rotation. but I am tighter on this side. So I'm gonna spend a little extra time here. One more deep inhale and deep exhale. Another thing you can do is extend your leg. It will add a little stretch across your hip flexor and outer hip. Again, it feels really nice with this pressure on my low back. It's kind of gentle, but just like a massage feeling in my low back. That movement feels pretty good because I am just a little tighter on this other side. Coming out of that, I'm gonna pop my hips up, let my low back find the ground, and then go ahead and come into a seated position here. All right, now I got my back to move pretty nicely. I'm gonna work towards the front of my body. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of foam rolling in the front of your shoulder and a little bit into your pec. So what we're gonna do is lay down onto your belly. You're gonna prop this foam roller into your armpit. Now there is a little bit of my weight in the foam roller, and it might be a little hard to hear me, so I'm gonna try to explain before what I'm doing, but I'm gonna lay my forehead onto, I have my left arm out, I'm gonna lay my head on my right arm. And then what I'm gonna do is kind of add a little massage with movement by retracting my shoulder in towards my chest, or my elbow towards my chest, and then extending my arm forward. Now, you're gonna do this while your head is relaxing, so I'll show you what it looks like here. Now, if that's too mild for you, you can also use this other hand. You're gonna relax and let your head be neutral here, but you're gonna push a little bit into that foam roller. So I have more weight into the foam roller here, and do the same movement. All right, I'm gonna do that same movement on the other side. Right side for me is my dominant side. It's a little tighter. I kind of had to adjust the foam roller a little bit. Again, to get more pressure or more weight into that foam roller to feel more productive, I'm gonna push a little bit into this arm and shoulder. All right, that felt awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my microphone again here, just adjust. We're gonna get into a chest opener and also a stretch for the upper back. What I'm gonna do is just kind of kneel back onto my heels if you can, if your knees allow for that range of motion. Otherwise, you can kind of adjust your hips to where it feels pretty comfortable to sit like this on your knees. What we're gonna do is just relax and roll our arms out forward. We're basically gonna let our head just kind of drop between our shoulders and do a gentle yes and no. The further out you bring your arms, you can even kind of activate your shoulders to press through a little bit for a really gentle stretch in the shoulders. A nice kind of stretch in the upper back. And also feeling this a little bit into my triceps. Oh, that felt awesome. Okay, can shake it out a little bit.